What is up, wrestling fans? This is Kayfabe Chronicles, and I am your host, JP. Well, week 2 of the Mae Young Classic has finished. We'll just finished watching it, of course, and I'm going to give you guys what I think all about it right now. Hello, and welcome to the live stream. This is Kayfabe Chronicles, and I am your host, JP. If this is your first time here, please stick around for a little while. Partake in the chat room to the left-hand side of the screen. If you haven't done so already, make sure to crush like, hit subscribe, and click that bell notification for whenever we post videos. We always do a live stream at Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, except for pay-per-view nights, when we will always go on after the pay-per-view. And of course, randomly, I'll throw in like little quick videos like this, a couple other reviews and all that good stuff. But yeah, so Mae Young Classic Episode 2 was uploaded last night. Finally got a chance to watch it this morning. So I'm going to give just some really quick feedback to what I feel about it. So yeah, let's get her going right now. So of course, the night opens up with Deonna Purrazzo taking on Priscilla Kelly. Deonna Purrazzo was an alternate in last year's Mae Young Classic. Unfortunately, she didn't make it onto the actual tournament itself because there wasn't any injuries that happened that day or anything like that. And of course, Priscilla Kelly, a huge star in the Shine League currently right now. Overall, I actually really enjoyed this match. I really liked both of their styles. Like Deonna Purrazzo is very submission based, very in-ring technical skills, like does like a lot of counters, a lot of grapples. Priscilla Kelly just pure striking, pure strikes, which is really cool. I haven't really seen a lot of Priscilla Kelly. I've seen like maybe one or two of her matches in Shine. Deonna, very familiar with her work. Yeah, no, they worked really well with each other. I really enjoyed the story that was kind of being told, like Priscilla Kelly using her mind games as she words it, and Deonna just constantly trying to counteract it. No, they worked really well. Both ladies got their moment to shine in the match, like in the previous matches. There was this weird sequence in the middle that seemed really choreographed, but it didn't work. Like, it was a lot of counters where Priscilla kept trying to do moves and Deonna just kept kind of like ducking out of the way, crawling out of the way, cartwheeling out of the way. I don't know. It just felt really scripted. It didn't feel as smooth as it could have been. Match overall ends where she gets locks Priscilla Kelly into a Russian leg sweep, then does like a quick cartwheel over, catches her arm, and gets her in the Fujiwara arm breaker, which is her finishing move. Oh, it looked painful. Like I thought she was going to tear Priscilla's arm right out of the socket. It did not look good. Priscilla taps, and of course Deonna is moving on to the second round. Yeah, really enjoyed this match. This was a really good way to open up the episode. Huge things coming from both these. Deonna's currently on the NXT roster in the training mode, and Priscilla, I think, is going to go back to Shine. I think she'll be there for probably about another year or so. I don't think she's going to score herself a WWE contract yet, but I like her character. I like what she has to offer, and I expect to see her in the future for sure. Very next match, we have Ariel Monroe taking on Zeuxis, the luchador. Ariel Monroe, of course, if you guys don't know a lot about her, she's a former Air Force military member. She's currently married to current cruiserweight champion Cedric Alexander. He trained her and everything. Huge fan favorite. Like crowd was absolutely loving everything about it because she has home field advantage. She's from Clearwater, Florida, which is within minutes of Full Sail University, essentially. Yeah, audience was just eating everything up about her. I really like her swag, really like her character. I love the way that she carried herself. Very similar to like MJ Jenkins from last week. I really like both their charisma. But yeah, the audience was just had her in her hands. Zeuxis, of course, playing the evil heel in this entire thing. Very good job at that. Really good back and forth line-wise and charisma-wise repartee between the two. Like Zeuxis grabs a hold of Ariel Monroe's hair early on. Ariel just snaps like, you touch my hair again, I'll knock your ass out. It was really good. Yeah, they were really working really well on each other. Zeuxis doing a lot of heel tendencies, like constantly pulling at Ariel's hair, scratching her face, doing eye gouges, like everything evil. Like she's really playing the role of the villain here. One spot I really liked when Ariel Monroe kind of ran to the ropes and the power of Christ compels you, and then hit her with a flying DDT. That was really cool. Ariel, this is a kind of a botch here. I don't know. I think it was a referee botch, but Ariel hit like a scorpion kick, where she kicks and then holds her leg up really quick for a couple seconds and then drops it down. One, two, and then the referee like stopped like 3/4 of the way down on his 3 count and essentially waited for Zeuxis to kick out. I don't know if you guys caught that. It did not look good. As soon as that happened, I was like, this isn't going to end well. Eventually, Zeuxis gets a shot in on Ariel Monroe, gets her on the top rope, and hits her with the Spanish Fly, which is a back flip rock bottom off the top rope, and Zeuxis wins and shut the crowd up instantly. Like, you could hear a pin drop. Everyone was so shocked that Ariel Monroe did not win this match. Me as well, too. Like, yeah, it was heartbreaking. It was actually really hard. And then the camera cuts to like Cedric Alexander and their daughter in the crowd, and she's just crying. I'm like, oh my god! Oh, stop bringing family into this. Stop bringing family into this. So I'm just going to turn off my phone. But yeah, heartbreaking. But yeah, Zeuxis moving on to the next round. Good match. Ariel Monroe, guarantee she's going to be called up eventually. Like she's definitely going to be picked up by NXT. She has so much swag, so much potential. She's got the look. She's got the character down right. Needs to tighten up her moveset a little bit more, but that's what the Performance Center is for. Plus, she's got a good coach. Like I said, her husband is one of the best going right now. So yeah, really enjoyed this match. A lot of fun for sure. All right, very next match we got Casey Catanzaro taking on Reina Gonzalez in a true battle of David and Goliath. Casey Catanzaro is pretty much 5 feet, 100 pounds. Reina Gonzalez, they even said she's about 200 pounds, 6 feet tall, and you could tell, like, huge difference. Casey Catanzaro, of course, has only been wrestling for about 1 year. She is the first female to ever complete the American Ninja Warrior event, essentially, so good on her. Really interesting to go from that to wrestling. Reina, second-generation wrestler, who also participated in last year's Mae Young. A very stereotypical match, though. Very stereotypical match. Like, Reina is just absolutely demolishing, decimating Casey for the first 3/4 of the match. Just hitting her with power moves, strikes. Anytime Casey tries to get any offense in, she just cannot get her down. She has a couple hope spots near the end. She manages to get a couple really cool uses of the top rope. Casey's definitely a high flyer. Like I said, she has a gymnast background. I really enjoyed some of the stuff she did. She did like a vaulting handspring where she ran to like the rope, did a handstand, and then flipped around on it and then jumped out. That was really cool. I really liked that. No, it overall worked pretty good. Good storytelling, but stereotypical storytelling. Match ends where Casey manages to hook in a victory roll and roll up Reina for the 1-2-3. So Casey is advancing to the next round. After the match, though, Reina stormed off because she was pissy, but then she came back into the ring, shaked Casey's hand, and hoisted her up above her shoulders and held her up. So it was a good feel-good moment. It felt a little choreographed, though. Overall, I liked the match, but this was probably my least favorite out of the 4 this week for sure. Looking forward to see what Casey's doing in the future, and Reina's got it, right? Reina Gonzalez, compared to last year to where she is this year, she's 100% improved. It sucks I won't get to see any more of her in this tournament, but yeah, overall, both ladies did pretty good. All right, let's close it off with the 2 seasoned vets. We got Ashley Rain, otherwise known as Madison Rain, 13-year veteran, taking on Mercedes Martinez, the 18-year grizzled vet. Mercedes, of course, made it to the semifinals at last year's Mae Young. Ashley Rain is just coming off of her TNA Impact, her TNA Impact contract. She just also wrestled in the All In show in my favorite match of the night for sure. One of my favorite matches, that and Pentagon versus Kenny Omega. You guys maybe already saw my review on that. But overall, though, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I was expecting a lot more from this match, considering that both of them are so veteran-like and both their styles are pretty similar. I don't know. It was good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it was good, but it wasn't like holy crap. It wasn't. I watched it, but I wasn't like jaw drop. It wasn't like Mako and Killer Kelly from the previous week for me. Like, I don't know. Just a lot of the spots felt a little botchy. Like there was it didn't feel right. Like they weren't hitting the moves properly, in my opinion. Like they weren't striking properly. I wasn't believing the impact between the two. The one spot though that you guys probably already know what I'm going to talk about. Two spots actually. Ashley tried to go for a victory roll, and Mercedes just dropped her on her head in like this brain buster bomb. Like, oh my! I thought Ashley Rain was dead. Like I thought she was legitimately dead after that match. And another one I really liked was that really long blood drain suplex. Like Mercedes held her up for at least 15 seconds before she dropped her. That I've always loved doing that. Like old school wrestling was always a big fan when British Bulldog did that. So. Yeah, so really like that. No, like they worked very well with each other. Eventually, there was near the end, Ashley Ray manages to get her rolling cutter essentially on. Only gets the 2 count. She hits Martinez with a cross body drop, but doesn't go for the pin. I don't know. That was kind of weird there. And then they kind of fight back and forth, trying to lock each other's finisher. And like she's trying for another cutter. Gets countered. Mercedes tries for the Fisherman Buster. That gets countered, and so on and so on. Eventually, Mercedes does hit her Fisherman Buster suplex for the win. So Mercedes Martinez is moving on to the next round. It kind of sucks that Ashley Rain is done so early in the tournament. Because she's a big name person. She's one of the people that they kind of brought in to really put some eyes on the product. And it just sucks because I feel like that was really her only role, was just to get some of those TNA people who aren't too familiar with WWE, some of the Impact people to watch it, some of the independent people, like Ashley Rain, I know who that is, to watch it. Is she gonna, stick around? Who knows? Who knows? She has been wrestling for a while. She does have a young family, so maybe she's gonna hang it up soon. Oh well. But overall, like I said earlier, I was really thinking a lot more for this match, and unfortunately, it just didn't deliver for me for what it could have. Still good. Like I still give it like a 7.5 out of 10, but it just unfortunately it could have been 10, but something was missing and I don't know why. All right, so that was episode 2 of the Mae Young Classic. What did you guys think about it? Let me know in that comment section below. And also, how are you guys enjoying this year's Mae Young Classic? I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I am liking everything about it. I love seeing women that I'm familiar with. I love seeing all these new people. So good. Great time of the year. Great time of the year. And like I said, as always, if you guys like what you saw, make sure to crush that like button, hit subscribe, and click that bell notification for whenever we post videos. As always, we always go live on Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Time for a weekly live stream discussion. It's always lots of fun. And of course, we always go on after the pay-per-view. So this Sunday, I will not be on at 8. I will be on right as soon as Hell in the Cell is done. And stay tuned later today or maybe tomorrow. I'll be poping them out. I'll be popping out my Hell in a Cell predictions sometime in the very near future. And if you guys haven't done so already, check out our Twitter account and our Facebook page. As always, this is JP from Kayfabe Chronicles, and I'll see you guys next time.